What's going on, YouTube? We back, man. Damn Ct6 giving me problems, so we had to bring it in the shop today and do a quick little video for y'all showing y'all. It's a simple fix though, so show y'all how to do it, man. If y'all want to do it on y'all's car, if y'all got a 3.6 from 17 to the current 2024 2025 platform, you're going to have this problem. So let's get to fixing it, man. I'll show y'all what it is and show y'all exactly how to fix it on y'all's 3.6. So let's get to it. So I already got the car in the shop, man. I went ahead and started taking everything apart, took the intake off, the little cover. We went ahead and disconnected the purge valve from back here. It makes it easier because they put the clip upside down right here. Plug it there, plug your throttle body, and you got to get these 8 13s out of these holes here. Got one connector here to your map sensor, and then I think the 2 10s back here that people always forget. There's a 10 here, 10 here. So you get those out. Intake should just come up and off. Yeah, I'm trying to do this with one hand, but yeah, it should come up and off. Pull the intake off. And of course, they bury the thermostat right here. This one's a little different than the front wheel drive because it actually has the water neck on the front, not on the back. So it's kind of easier. So what I got to do now is really just drain the coolant. I may just let it piss all over the floor and mop it up, but because it's not much once you disconnect it, but it may saturate my belt. So that's probably what I'll do. Same thing as a lot of people were saying, you need to remove the temp sensor, which is right there. You don't. And there's one guy said that the thermostat's going out because of some wiring, but there's no wiring to the thermostat. It's literally just a mechanical part that fails. And if you have this new 3.6 in any of your cars from 2017 and forward, and it's a GM car, you're putting a thermostat in it. So anyway, you gotta pull 10 here, those two. I don't know why they put tape over this bolt, but there's a piece of tape over that bolt that needs to come out. Pull these two, and then we'll have the thermostat out. You replace the seal here, and the thermostat itself comes with a new seal. So let me run into parts, grab that, and then we'll get this swapped out and cut y'all back on once we got everything changed out. Show y'all pretty much. I may actually show y'all how to get it in and out. So let me go grab the parts and cut y'all back on in a minute. So I went ahead and got the new thermostat, and there's the part number for GM if anybody needs it, and also the new front pipe seal. I didn't do intake gaskets or the little circle gaskets on the little crossover pipe because it's my car, and I know they're not going to leak. So if we do it on if it's a customer's car, I would do it because it's, you know, you don't want any issues with a customer. But since it's my car, I'll just do it how I want to on the cheaper side because I know it's not going to leak. So, but if this was a customer's vehicle, I would recommend replacing all the seals, the intake, everything, just to make sure you don't have any issues down the line with that. But once we get the 10 out and the 10 out, you kind of want to try to get underneath it, kind of pop these out. They're kind of painful, a little hard to pop out, but once you get them working, they normally come out pretty easy. So that one. This one's been a little difficult, but let's see if we can wiggle it out. Like this one, we'll move the connector up and out of the way. Still struggling trying to get this one out, but this one's free. Yeah, I'm trying to get it out. There's that one. Spilled a little coolant, but oh well. We'll clean it all up. Good thing about being in the shop. And this one is just, oh my God, it does not want to come out. Oh my God. Sometimes you gotta deal with them being stuck, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this one unstuck. Maybe shoot it with a little PP blaster or some super lube, and then we'll pull the 2 10s out right down here. You can see there's one, as I pull this pipe out of the way, one down there and one right there. So I'm gonna get this out, get it swapped, because I'm struggling with this one. So we're gonna soak it down, get it out, and then swap it out. So after about 5 minutes of messing with this, I was able to get it out. See that little corrosion around it. But these are the seals I was saying that if there weren't my car, I'll replace these. But they look really good. So what I'm going to do is when I put it back together, just put a little red gasket maker around them. Problem solved. They'll never leak. I just try to, like I said, it's my car. I wanted to do it on the cheaper side, so I can show you guys the bare minimum way of doing it. That way you're not, you know, just out on a ton of money. So and there's 110 there, and 110 there. Thermostat up. Bolts are out. And one other thing about this thermostat, that when it comes out, it's kind of weird to get it out, but if you pay enough attention, you just wiggle it out. It's out. And your new thermostat comes with new bolts, so the old bolts you can just toss out. And I want y'all to see one thing about this that a lot of people would say if they watch this video. They're probably gonna say, oh, you should blow this hole out, body by, or do this or do that. You don't have to. These two holes where the thermostat mounts, yes, they're full of coolant, but the holes go straight through and they're blocked. They're not capped off at the end. It's just straight through, so you don't have to blow the coolant out. I mean, you can if you want to. You can suck the coolant down before you put the thermostat in, but it's not really that detrimental if you don't, like a head bolt or something that's closed off at the end, where, you know, if you do that, because liquid doesn't compress. So, you know, anyway, that's just for those people that'll say, ah, he didn't blow the bolt holes out. You don't have to. So let me get this back in. Struggling trying to do it with one hand, so I'm actually going to just, so we got it all back together. I went ahead and changed the oil and the filter too. While I'm here, I might as well fill up my washer fluid. The coolant reservoir is over here, so now we just got to go ahead and fire it up, clear the codes out, get the heat bled out on this thing. Get the coolant bled out so we can actually have heat. Check engine line. Let's go full heat. That thing up to full heat. That's one thing I will say I don't like about these, is the infotainment's kind of old, kind of outdated, but the newer cars have better infotainment than these. So we'll go ahead and get those going. And yes, I'm gonna clean this car up today. My wife's been driving it and hadn't done much to it besides drive it and put gas in it. So right now, cleaning everything out, full heat, oil's changed. But yeah, that's just another quick repair for y'all, man. Showing y'all how to do a thermostat on a Ct6 or any 3.6, man. This just happened to be mine that went out. And we're gonna get it cleaned up, get it back to my wife, start on some of the other projects we got going. We definitely got to get the Chrome stripe soon. And like I said, we've been looking for a new G-body for the channel and a new coupe. They're coming really, really soon. Just waiting on a good one to come about. People want too much money at this point in time. But once again, man, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna start bringing these little quick videos in the shop to the channel just to add some more content, man, and get that out for y'all, because I know people like working on their cars themselves. So if I can help y'all with that in any way, I'm gonna do that. But I'll check y'all in the next video, man. I'm out.